Great face control there, Mikey. It's got the face closing into a really nice window now.
I mean, these numbers look really, really good.
Yeah. Face angle is really top drawer. Really, really good.
Is that a compliment?
Well,
These numbers are
I'm
quite
going
good.
to compliment the putter.
Oh.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel, and delighted to be down in the Odyssey Putter Lab with Eric Stubben. Nice to see you again, buddy.
Yeah, nice to see you as well.
Doing okay?
Yeah, doing
Good.
great.
We have a brand new product to review today. This one is kind of snuck up on us a little bit. It's, I think it was pretty hush-hush that there was a putter of this nature coming down the line, and yeah, pretty excited to see the new AI1 square to square.
Yeah, I'm excited to show it to you guys. It was definitely one, we've developed it pretty quickly. We're excited about it. I think internally it's grown a lot in terms of excitement. So excited to have both you guys here and give it a roll.
There's no sort of beating around the bush when it comes to where this putter originated from, right? The success from the L.A.B putters on the tour and in the retail store, we've seen it, you know, throughout the Club Champion stores. It has been something that has performed well, but people are really curious about it.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge part as well. It's a bit of an itch that golfers want to scratch at the minute. How long have you guys been looking at this type of thing, and sort of what made the decision to, okay, we're going to go down this line as well?
Yeah, well, this certainly isn't necessarily our first time kind of dipping our toes in this style of putter. We'll call it statically balanced. You know, we had backstrike for a while, over 10 years ago. We had toe up, we did it twice. And each of those kind of had varying degrees of success. Backstrike still, you know, Tommy Gainey still playing it on tour, as everybody knows, of course. But I think really what L.A.B's kind of brought to the table and what we've done now in square to square is doing it in maybe more of a simple way or more of an elegant way where that shaft really goes through the center of the putter. So kind of to answer your question about how long we've been working on it, it's really only been, I mean, we had these out on tour maybe early this year. We had a couple kind of snuck in there. Maybe were photographed here and there. Okay. But probably about a year, if not a little bit less. It's really been something that we've pushed hard to get to market, and we think it's going to do really well into the coming year.
Love it. So we've got three models, obviously. We've got, Mikey's got there the Jailbird. We have the double wide.
Double wide, yep.
And we have the number 7. So what was it about those three models that kind of made the decision to sort of go with those?
Yeah, well, both on tour and in the market, they're our most popular shapes.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think everybody knows the Jailbird the past year and a half has been just on a heater. The number 7 continues to be one of our best sellers. So year over year, and then the double wide, that's kind of been the biggest trend that we've seen outside of this space is as people move away from blades or move into mallets, that wide blade category has grown too. So we've sold a significant amount of double wides over the past year, and felt like kind of expanding that blade length and bringing this into square to square was a good option for players that may like more of a blade.
Love it. Well, we're going to have Mikey run through some putts today. I mean, we just done a video obviously a couple of weeks ago, so I'm really keen to see how, from a delivery standpoint, we saw some things with the L.A.B putter, we saw some things with another putter that's kind of aimed in at this space as well. So this will be really good to add into the mix and see what's different about this, if anything, if it's the same, if it's what Odyssey already have with AI1 and sort of the face, if that's the differentiating factor, that take a great technology and that platform and build on top of that. I'm excited to see how this rolls.
Cool.
All right, let's rock a few, Michael.
All righty.
Pretty good, Mikey.
You got the wiggle at the end there, kind of missed. It was a good putt.
A quick green.
All right.
Nice.
Hold on.
Hey, Mikey, keep rocking them. I love to see that that's the same twice. So, you know, for anyone, obviously, just seeing that consistency. Good.
Really good.
I'm normally afraid of this length of putt. What's the standard loft on the square to squares?
So we've got 3 degrees of loft, but they have 3.3 degrees of forward lean. So when you're measuring them, it's going to be 6.3. But
So, just feeling confident.
Oh. I need a Jailbird in my life.
everybody does. All right. One more here.
Okay.
Good. Good. All right, Michael. So firstly, I mean, your thoughts, always kind of before we talk about the results, what did you experience?
I mean, it does feel quite stable. It feels very easy. There was a couple there that were kind of the same numbers, 2 putts in a row, maybe 3 putts in a row. To me, again, screams consistency, which is nice. I asked about the loft just because visually it looks like it has a lot of loft. The putter I play now doesn't have any loft on it. But overall, really, I mean, it's nice that it's in a jailbird shape as well, so popular, but feels super, super stable.
I mean, so there's some interesting things, you know, that I would certainly say. I mean, because it's a very different style of putter from what I'm used to seeing you with, Mikey. You know, some on the positive side, I think impact ratio is always one we love to see being super consistent.
Yep.
So we can see the energy the ball is leaving the face with is really, really consistent. I mean, that's incredibly good. I think one thing I would say for you to be, you know, thoughtful and maybe mindful of is just looking at that far right column in the side. So looking at that amount of hook spin.
Right.
So you're getting a little bit of, you know, you're getting a little bit of rotation, whether it's, I don't know if we were seeing some strikes in the toe.
Yeah, a little bit of a toe strike, and then also that path quite a bit from it.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The last couple felt toeier, for sure.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what it's showing here. So that kind of toe strike mixed with the in to out, definitely kind of a recipe for some draw spin.
It was, I mean, it's pretty darn stable though. I mean, we're talking, how long is this putt, Eric? 18 feet?
Somewhere in that range, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, to be
17, I believe.
in
is
and
exact.
around the hole for that long.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's some real stability there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just very unconventional. As we look at the way the graph works there, we're normally used to see, you know, the graph look like, you know, coming from a more sort of open position into a closed position, and we're actually seeing it come from open into more open,
interesting.
which is really, really interesting. Okay, why don't we rock into number 7?
Okay.
Good.
Really good.
Good.
So you walk out of here with your ego massive. You keep making these putts.
Don't say that.
Holy moly. Not enough air in Carlsbad.
Just a touch on the toe on that one, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and favour the heel a little bit with a little bit of your alignment, Mikey. Just, I think that's something we see for you a little bit.
Anything else? Any other requests?
No, that's it.
All right, we'll do 2 more with the number 7.
Great face control there, Mikey.
Thank you.
So interesting. This is actually rotating more for him. This model.
Just a touch, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the face closing into a really nice window now.
Yeah.
Too much pressure. 5 for 5 now.
You've got a nice groove going for yourself. That's.
Eric, this is where he folds.
Yeah, this is.
The butt goes a little bit here. Hear it.
I was aggressive. That's good. Look at that.
Nailed me.
Put a little speed on that one.
Did as well,
There was
didn't
some
he?
confidence
You
there, yeah.
rammed that one down my throat a little bit.
All right, let's add that and take a look. I mean, these numbers look really, really good.
Yeah.
This feels better, this one, than the Jailbird.
In terms of feel off the face or just throughout the stroke?
It actually feels firmer off the face. I know it's the same insert. Maybe a fraction heavier, the putter, which I like, but definitely feels even more stable than Jailbird.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Believe it or not, actually a touch lower MOI than the Jailbird, but a lot of it's feel. I mean, that is
face angles, you know, face angles really top drawer. Really, really good.
Is that a compliment?
Well,
these numbers are.
I'm
quite
going
good.
to compliment the putter.
Oh,
But yeah, the numbers are fantastic. You know, I think it's flipped the script a little bit into the rate of closure there. So again, if we want to maybe pick out a couple of those, Eric, maybe just pick out putt number 7. And love to see, you know, a little bit of closure. So if we go up into that, again, back over, just love kind of watching
That's nice.
the stability, the putter. I mean, so the putter started 0.3 of a degree open, and then 3 degrees after, or sorry, inches after impact, it's still square.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
you
impressive.
can't ask for any better than that.
No.
What do you call that? The Squarespace?
Squarespace.
From
Elongate
plus
the
3
Squarespace.
inches to -3. I mean, that's really,
Actually,
that's impressive.
I don't honestly think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've seen anyone use the whole 6-inch space. And I mean, it's not even like you've got a degree that you can work with. You know, in here you're not even close to missing. So in terms of picking the right putter for someone, and that's where I kind of think it's so important. This is obviously where fitting comes into it, because we're here to discuss square-to-square technology, and it would be easy to go, well, it's square-to-square technology. You pick. What one do you like? Is it Jailbird? Is it number 7? Is it double wide? Take what you like. Well, it's not quite as simple as that, because we know how people react to shapes and how people see things slightly differently, and obviously the release reacts slightly differently player to player. So, I mean, that's awfully good.
I know. You're right, though. That's where fitting comes in, because the popularity of Jailbird, people be like, oh, just give me one of those. It's technology of one putter and, you know, obviously the lovely shape of Jailbird, whereas this, you know, this is better.
Yeah, and I mean, even I'm looking at your path, you know, we commented with the Jailbird that it was a little more in to out, so you were about 4 degrees on average.
Easy.
And then, yeah, you go down to the 7 here, and it could just be seeing the tracer lines, something like that, and you drop down to, in half. I mean, you're 1.8 degrees in to out, which is a great spot to be, and more consistent as well, bringing that range down. So, really, really
Those are
good
some
numbers.
Big wins.
Yeah, they're nice.
Big wins.
Might be making its way back to Canada.
Okay. Well, let's see. You've got one to try. One more frog to kiss before you make your decision. Ooh. You've kissed a few frogs in your day.
Can't make them all. People will think it's a fake video.
Good strike there.
Be a touch more
better.
accurate, but
A bit more Healy.
I mean, obviously, right, so we're observing a slight right miss with this one, and we're back to face rotation opening again. That was okay there, but I think the previous couple we were like around back in that kind of 10-degree territory.
we're in 10, 8, 11, 8 kind of opening face rotation through.
You're striking these ones, or certainly club twist is down with this one, so I think you're striking it a bit more solid.
Three off the bat.
It's interesting. It's kind of starting left edge. It wiggles a little bit. So consistent.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, the face angle obviously is got to be the first place our eyes go to in terms of, you know, the difference. I mean, you obviously left start line, and you're struggling a little bit more with that one.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. You know, even if we kind of look through here on the sort of graph, and we can see, you know, we've kind of got the red and the green sort of lines, and then obviously all the blue ones are so close to
tight.
Yeah, so close to obviously square. Massive difference.
After the second putt with this one, didn't feel as confident as I did with number 7. Number 7 just felt like a one-hand it and make putts. This got a little bit more. I was thinking about it too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing on, you know, between all of these, you can see a similar kind of difference between where he aimed and what his face angle was, but with the tracer lines on that number 7, not only did it help with path, I think probably mentally, but also with the aim.
Yeah.
You know, you were just under a ½ degree right, but yeah, that's a full degree plus difference between the 7 and both the double wide and the Jailbird as well. So
huge difference. Well, I mean, I think it's great to see how square, and the putter face effectively wants to stay square, whether it's
100%.
You know, any one of them. There's obviously going to be one that's right for you as a player, as there would be for any golfer, but it is great to see, because you know, that's something we saw from lab putters was rate of rotation, you know, was really nice and low, and that for us meant that if we can get you in the right one and obviously match up that face angle, we know the thing's it's not rotating an awful lot. There's not much variability in that if we can get you in the right spot, then you're golden. Yeah. You know, it's down to you to read the thing correctly, but I think what we saw in that previous test that we had done, we had one technology that was actually creating a high rate of rotation and then one that was low. So, you know, different things for different players. It's not like you struggle with the higher rate of rotation when you actually putted good with that.
Yeah.
But I think as far as variables go, face rotation being low, we've always preached that's a great thing, isn't it? Trying to get that down. It's a trait we see in elite putters.
Absolutely is. Absolutely. I mean, you talked about the square space.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what really low rotation should get you. Like you said, if you can match up kind of that face angle at aim and impact with a low rotation, you give yourself a lot of variability for ball position and things like that. So
100%.
definitely a trait that we tend to see in better putters.
Love it. All right, guys, a fun test. Really, really fun to see 3 putters, obviously with the same design in the sense of being, you know, torque free. We're talking about that as a new sort of term, a new marketing or buzz term, but it is what it is now. And something, you know, where torque is not controlling sort of that putter, we can turn it very, very freely. But we did still see some nuance in the performance, something that we really love for Mikey in 1, and, you know, 2 that we sort of probably saw some flaws in that we definitely could improve in. But you'd be leaving the putting studio with that one. There's no doubt about it.
Number 7, impressive.
What did it feel like to putt with it? I'm always, again, I go back to user experience because we can see the numbers, but you're influenced by the way the putter feels, the way the putter looks. How did it feel compared to other Odyssey putters you've putted with in the past?
Again, I said it felt a little heavier to me from other stuff that I tried. So it felt more solid when I was making putts. We did talk about like trying to hit him out of the heel a little bit, which feels more center for me. And then obviously visually with the 3 lines, it sat super square right at impact. So it was just easy to set up to it.
Yeah, I mean, Eric, you nailed it in the analysis in that. Like, it's just, he could aim this one perfectly.
Yeah.
That's because that's such a big part of it, isn't it? Going back to, you know, the success someone has returning the putter at address to where we calibrate it at square. If you can do that, and you know, again, we're minimizing rotation, it's a deadly combination.
Yeah, exactly. And I think with these 3 putters, that's one of the things we are so excited about is you get really 3 different styles and very different styles. You've got 2 mallets, but they look very different. And your data showed it of how you aimed them and how you returned them at impact.
Totally.
Was very different for 3 different putters. I mean, kind of illustrating the importance of getting fit for sure.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, guys, well, I mean, this is an expanding space and it's something I know that you guys will be excited about. Golfers have so much trust in Odyssey as a company in developing the products that they have and the success that they have, whether it's at amateur golfer level on their professional tours. So I think for Odyssey to enter this space with something like this, golfers will be excited because 100%. I think if they had an interest in trying a torque-free putter, maybe the options were a bit less and limited and it was kind of like, was that or bust? Whereas now, you know, you've got great fitting options and as a fitting company, that's something that we certainly love. Awesome, great stuff. Okay, guys, yeah, let us know your thoughts. Again, I'm really keen, you know, anytime we get new products, I want to read the comments section and let's hear from you guys below. What do you guys think about this? Is this something that makes you, now that there's multiple companies entering the space, are you more likely to go in and look at this as an option for yourself? So let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you again soon.